YouTube? I am back with another video. Welcome to another episode of KJ Sports Talk, where we talk sports. And like I told y'all in the last video, been kind of MIA lately because been doing a lot, been in the middle of moving and all that. So been pretty busy lately, so I ain't been able to do a lot of videos. But all that's done and over with, I am back, and today's video will be about what teams possibly could use Carson Wentz if the Eagles decide to trade him. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down below because I will reply to them. But let's get into the video. So, as you all know, Jalen Hurts has been the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles for the last couple of games, and Carson Wentz came out. He came out and said, if this is how, this situation is going to be, then pretty much, like, trade me. Like, I don't want to be in Philly, pretty much, if I'm not going to be the starting QB going in the future. So, he said that. Jalen Hurts has been the starter. We don't know what they're going to do about next season. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know, it's still Carson Wentz's team, but a lot can change from now till next season. A lot can change. So, there are a lot of teams, at least in my opinion, that need a quarterback or will need a quarterback in the upcoming future. And I narrowed it down to 7 teams that could possibly need a quarterback. Now, it would have been 9 teams, but it's 2 teams that I did leave out, and that was the Jets and the Jaguars. I left the Jaguars out because more than likely they're going to draft Trevor Lawrence with the first pick. And I left out the Jets because, me personally, I believe in Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold. I think he's a great young quarterback, but the damn Jets, they didn't do anything to help him out. They didn't give him no weapons. Y'all got rid of Robbie Anderson, the best wide receiver he had. Y'all got rid of Le'Veon Bell. Like, damn, y'all ain't give him nothing to work with. So, like, what do you expect him to do? Y'all don't give him nothing to work with. So, I feel like Sam Darnold is a good quarterback and can be a great quarterback in the future. Y'all just have to give him some weapons around him and see what he can do. So that's the 2 teams I left off the list pretty much. So the first team who I think may need him is the Carolina Panthers. Now, I know they have Teddy Bridgewater. I know. But throughout Teddy Bridgewater's career, I'm talking in Minnesota or New Orleans, to me, he's always been an average quarterback. And when I say average, I mean he'll probably get your team to the first round of the playoffs, and then y'all gonna be knocked out. He may give y'all a 500 record, like a 8-8, 9-7, 10-6 at the most. He'll give you that. But anything past the first round of the playoffs, I don't feel like Teddy Bridgewater can deliver. To me, like I said, he's an average quarterback. And if Carson Wentz were to go to Carolina, he'll have a running back in Christian McCaffrey. He'll have a wide receiver in Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Like, he has targets to throw to if he was to go to Carolina. So I feel like that'll be a good situation for him. Next, we got the Chicago Bears. As we all know, their quarterback situation did not go as planned with Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles. It did not go as planned, even though they did make the playoffs. They did make the playoffs, but they were switching between quarterback and quarterback this whole season. And I feel like you get Carson Wentz down there, it'll kind of just dead that whole situation. Now, even though Nick Foles kind of to me, showed up Carson Wentz when Carson Wentz got hurt and Nick Foles took the Eagles all the way to the Super Bowl. But nobody in their right mind, at least in my opinion, would say Nick Foles is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz. It was probably just the system worked better for Nick Foles in Philadelphia than it did for Carson Wentz. But can nobody say Nick Foles is better than Carson Wentz? You pushing it a little bit. So, but I think in Chicago, great defense. He has a target in Allen Robinson. Tyreek Cohen, when he comes back off an injury, feel like again he'll be in a good situation in Chicago. Then you have the New England Patriots. Now, I did hear some speculation about New England possibly going for Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions. Now, that would be the cheaper option because we all know what Carson Wentz's contract is. So getting Matthew Stafford would be the cheaper option, but you got to take into consideration Matthew Stafford is older than Carson Wentz. I want to say Matthew Stafford is 31 years old, while Carson Wentz, I believe, is 27. So he is older than Carson Wentz, but he will be a cheaper option. But even if the Patriots get Carson or Matthew Stafford, or if they keep Cam Newton, it's just going to be the same situation where whoever the quarterback is, they have nobody to throw the ball to. So they need to focus on getting some targets for whoever they damn quarterback is going to be. So it's going to be the same situation no matter what quarterback you get. Next, we got the Washington football team. As y'all know, even though they did just make the playoffs, they got rid of Haskins. Alex Smith, we all know, is not the most healthiest quarterback. And if you want to look at it at a revenge standpoint, if the Eagles do decide to get rid of Carson Wentz, you're going to be in the same division as the Eagles. You get to play them twice a year. So you want to look at it from a revenge standpoint and make them see what they lost if they decide to get rid of you. Then Washington would be a nice fit for them. But like I said, with Alex Smith, health issues, got rid of Dwayne Haskins. So you can say that the Washington football team are kind of in need for a quarterback. Then we got the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I put Indianapolis on this list because, as far as I know, they only signed Phillip Rivers to a 1-year deal. And we all know Phillip Rivers is up there in age. Like, my man is at least 34, 35 years old. He's up there in age. And they only signed him to a 1-year deal. So, after this season is up, as far as I know, there's not been a lot of talks about whether they're going to re-sign him or go on a different route. So, it makes you think, like, after this season is over with, what direction are they going to go in? Are they going to keep him? Are they going to get rid of him? What are they going to do? So just in case they get rid of him, because I said he is up there in age, they only signed him to a 1-year deal. That'll be wide open for Carson Wentz, for y'all to try to get Carson Wentz, depending on what direction y'all go in. So we'll just have to see what the Indianapolis Colts decide to do. And another team I thought might need Carson Wentz will be the Denver Broncos. Now, we all seen that game to where none of their damn quarterbacks were playing. All their quarterbacks were out. So they have to put in pretty much a wide receiver to play quarterback. And we all see how well that did not go. So, now personally, me, I like Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock can be a good quarterback. But in this situation, I'm looking at it like Carson Wentz is better than all three of the quarterbacks we got on the roster. Like, he's better than Drew Lock and the rest of the quarterbacks they have on the roster. So, if I was the Denver Broncos organization or management, that's how I would be looking at it. Like, Carson Wentz is better than all the quarterbacks we have on the roster. So, why not? Like, what can go wrong? Like, what can be worse than what we are now? So that's why I think Denver Broncos could be interested in signing Carson Wentz or trading for him if they see fit. And last but not least, the New Orleans Saints. Now, I know. By all means, I'm not saying Carson Wentz is better than Drew Brees. Hell no. Hell to the no. But Drew Brees has made it clear he's getting closer and closer to retiring. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, after this season, he is going to retire. So, now, they do have Taysom Hill, who he played good in them couple of games that he played quarterback in. He played really good, I give him that. But the man is 31 years old. Again, Carson Wentz is only 27. So, when it comes to who has the most leverage when it comes to age, it's Carson Wentz. And I know Jameis Winston is on the roster too, but y'all, we all know how I feel about Jameis Winston. We all know that. We all know. I wouldn't start Jameis Winston over no court. Like, I'm sorry. I would not start. I'm sorry. I just would not start Jameis Winston over anybody. I'm sorry. I wouldn't. Who was the quarterback for the Cowboys when we played Philly? Ben DiNucci. I would start Ben DiNucci before I start Jameis Winston. Sorry, but I would. I would start Ben DiNucci. I know they got Jameis Winston, but if you're telling me Jameis Winston or Carson Wentz, it's a no-brainer. I'm taking Carson Wentz. So, if you look at Drew Brees possibly retiring after this season, Taysom Hill, even though he did play good in a couple of games that he started, the man is 31 years old. He doesn't have, in football years, he doesn't have that many years left. Then you got Jameis Winston. We all know the kind of quarterback he is. Why not go for Carson Wentz? Carson Wentz and Sean Payton together can be a nice duo when it comes to quarterback and coach. And be a nice duo. So, those are the teams that I think could possibly trade for Carson Wentz in the future. If the Eagles decide to go with Jalen Hurts as their starter, as their guy, these are the teams I feel that Carson Wentz could possibly go to. But the only thing with that is his contract and how he played this past season. How you played this past season, some teams may look at you like, man, we're not going to pay him all that money. He was sorry as hell this past season. So that might be his only setback. But like I said, those are the teams I think might be interested in getting Carson Wentz. If y'all got any other teams that I probably missed or you think should try to get Carson Wentz, let me know in the comment section down below. And I will see y'all on the next video.